Greg, I just got around to getting your videos reviewed here that you sent. I had to go up to the hospital, the University of Penn, have back surgery. So I was out of commission for a while. But I didn't forget about it.
Are you talking to me?
And I do remember you from the school. And you still have a lot of in and over in your golf swing that we should be dealing with. And a lot of times when people say I'm trying to go from, first merry-go-round to a Ferris wheel, you interpret that as that the only conscious part of the golf swing is the first part of it. So you take it back real flat. But then if you watch what happens from here, it's so far behind you that you have to come over it. So ideally, when I talked about, get this line down. When I talked about getting you a bit more on the merry-go-round phase, I was talking about coming down. So you still got to keep dropping that club more behind you. You got to get it less behind you going back, but you got to get it definitely more behind you coming down. So let's see what we've got here. Oh, this is a driver. It's Brooks Koepka, of course. But you see that in every good swing. His is a little different in some ways. They're all unique in their some ways, but that's pretty consistent. If you draw a line from the butt of the club to the golf ball, and if the camera is nice and steady like this one is, you'll see every one of them drop their hands under that line. The problem is you can't get the club too far started behind you inside. You see how he's got it out? He gets it to the top, and then he drops it right back onto the plane. Yours gets to the top and then goes the other way. Watch, you also should watch how much you're moving off the ball. Don't remember if that was an issue in the school or not, but that's a lot of center of motion behind it. Look how much the left heel's up. You've moved your center of gravity, center of mass, that far back behind the ball there. And that's an effort to give it a whack, and a lot of people will assume that if I really load it up and step into the pitch more or less like a baseball analogy, I'll get a lot out of it. But that's hard as hell to control that much motion off the ball. I would really consider it best for you to try to keep a little bit more centered on that. The delivery looks good. Looks like you're releasing the club pretty well. This camera that you're using isn't the best of speeds, but it isn't bad. See, that should be turned over a little bit more, so you may have contacted the toe here. The toe, if you're not sure, I might have mentioned this during the school, but if you're not sure about where you're hitting on the club, a can of Dr. Scholl's foot powder spray would really help that. So try to stay more centered over it. Try to keep the club a little bit more outside your hands, but mainly, and again, most consciously, try to keep it under the plane coming.
Are you still working on a video?
So I think a couple more, just keep working to dropping it down. Just keep working when you get up to the top. Do whatever, take it less behind you, don't sway off of it as much. And you don't have to reach that high. You know, I think you're trying to get up to a point in your golf swing which is reserved for youth. Very young age gets very high hands. As we get older, we get lower hands in the backswing, and that's not bad as long as that club gets started down, not out. Start down, not out. Keep dropping it down. If you got some knowledgeable golf friends, say, how does this look from behind? I don't remember it in the golf swing, but you can compare this one to the videos that we did for the thing, and then you'll get some idea. So, and again, I want to, as a wrap up, then I want to just say to you, keep in mind when I say more merry-go-round, less Ferris wheel, I don't mean your backswing. I mean your downswing. Okay, good. I hope that helps you soon. I'll have my school open again by November 1st this year. I had a little setback with my back that I had to get taken care of, but we're all ready to roll for another season. I'll see you, Greg.